to get a bigger saw.
It won't reach.
Can't get through it. Today on In the Woodyard, we're going to dump some wood. We're going to go to another woodyard, somebody else's, and we're going to cut some wood. Here we go. So today is a beautiful day in the woodyard. I just dumped the load of wood from yesterday you saw. It's getting to be a pretty good sized pile. And I found my microphone. It was buried down in the pile over there. So that was good because that's a couple $100 I didn't want to lose. So what we're going to do now is, obviously I got the trailer hooked up because we just dumped it. And we're going to go down the road and we're going to somebody else's woodyard. Another person who has a YouTube channel. You're going to see who it is in just a minute. Here we go. So today I made a little road trip and I came to see somebody who has been watching the channel forever, right?
Yeah, pretty much from the beginning, before you were even 1,000 subscribers.
So this is Jeffrey, and your channel is?
Homestead Fabricator.
So he's a channel you're going to want to check out. He's got some good stuff. He started a little woodyard how long ago now?
Started really cutting here and there over the winter for exercise and started selling in April.
And how are you doing so far?
Oh, doing pretty good. Last weekend, Memorial Weekend, I went through at least over 2 cords of wood.
Oh,
I went through
that's
over
great.
2 cords sold.
So now you're going to be rich. Well, you'll get busier once people find you, especially selling, quality wood, and doing bulk like this. People that want larger quantities, not just bundles. You'll sell a lot of wood. Sell a lot of wood. You're in a good location. You got how many campgrounds right around here?
There's one right down the road that direction. There's like 5 behind me in that direction, and they all feed right towards the grocery store. If you take the most direct route to the grocery store, and that's how most of the people found out about me, and word of mouth in the campgrounds.
Yeah. So how long have you been cutting wood in general? This like how long? Like forever? Or?
Off and on since '93.
Oh, for a while then.
But then, I'd take a couple of years off because I wasn't burning wood and this and that and the other thing. And
then, what's your plans? What do you want to do with this? How big do you want to get? Just keep growing it?
I would like to do it, build up to it where I can replace my regular job and do it full time.
You got a lot of work to do.
Yes, just being a weekend warrior that I am now is a ton of work.
It's a ton of work, even if you're small. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. To be a full-time income, I don't know. That's a tough one. That means you got to have machinery.
Yeah, and
you're not going to do it with just a chainsaw and a splitter. That's what I found out.
I'd like to upgrade to a small processor at some point so I could keep up. With the rate sales are in the weekends. And
right, and then maybe branch out, have more sales locations, and there's growth. Definitely could happen. It could happen. You could be the wood baron of this area. That's your goal, isn't it, to own all the wood?
That would be nice, but then then you're stomping on other people's toes that are trying to make a buck too. But I can't help it if they want to buy from me instead of someone else.
You got to do what you got to do. So anyway, we're going to do some cutting now. I'm going to start up my saw, and I told him if I came I would do some cutting. So we're going to cut with my saw a little bit, and he's got a new toy I'm going to try out today. It's the Husqvarna. Is it 550?
Yes, the Husqvarna 550 XP Mark II. I don't know why they put all that extra stuff on the end of the model, but you could call it the 550
upgrades and
XP
things like that.
Gen 2 or something, that maybe that's what they mean by Mark II.
Yeah, well, we're going to play with that a little bit today too, so that'll be kind of interesting. Now that's a little smaller saw. It uses the smaller size chain, so we'll find out. I'll cut a tank of mine, I'll cut a tank of his, and I'll go back to my other one. We'll see, and I'll just kind of play with it and give you my opinion. So it's time to get cutting right now. Here we go. So I just cut one tank. Now I'm going to chuck rounds out of the way, and then I'm going to start up Jeffrey's 550 Husqvarna, because I haven't run that yet, so I'm going to give that a try. So I'm going to get these out of here now. So I'm going to do some wood chucking. This one, here we go. It's raining. It's raining wood chips.
Time. Got him in digital time. I don't have a high-end video setup.
Just in case you're wondering, Logger L is on the other end over there cutting some wood. He doesn't really want to be on camera, so he's over there. Maybe I'll sneak up on him. Here, we'll go watch Al for just a minute.
So far, so good, I think.
Going to town over there. There we go. Back to chucking now.
It would help if I hit the record button, you know?
You didn't hit that, huh?
What chucking time? You know what I'm talking about. My dad one of these. I think it's the log rate because that's what Amazon sold.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves the idea of this tool now.
Yeah. How old is your dad?
60.
Oh, he's not that old.
69 this October.
He's about 10 years older than me. How old are you? And you gotta be
broken down 45 years old.
Oh my gosh. He's just a kid. 45. You want to trade?
No, I don't want to trade my kid for your kids.
I'm old enough to be your dad.
Same here.
No, I am. I'm 15 years older than you. I could have produced you. You get any uncut ones like this, you usually just throw them down in front like that.
Oh, I found too when I'm chucking wood.
Yeah.
I use this to support my weight while I grab a piece that on the ground that I can toss with one hand.
Yeah.
Boy, does that save the back too.
Yeah.
Would you say that's at least a cord of wood that you got out of that?
Yeah, I can cut about a cord per tank. About that, yep.
That'll take me all day to split with my glacier.
Yeah.
The splitter I'm using, well, you just spent $1,000 on that, you're not gonna let it go unused.
No, you can.
Right away.
Nothing wrong with your splitter at all. You're not doing that volume yet. You don't need a bigger splitter yet. If you're doing once you get to where you're doing, say, 100 face cords a year, then maybe you start thinking about a faster splitter. But for now, yours is plenty fast.
My dream right now is to have 50 cords to start next season with.
Yeah, well, right here, this will be about 35, right?
Full cords.
Oh, you want 50 full cords? Well, that's 150 face cords. That's a lot of wood. See, when the bark falls off like this, dry. Because the wood has shrunk down, so it's actually smaller. So that's very good sign that the wood is dry. I can just feel it. There's nothing to it.
The worst drying wood I've ever encountered is hickory.
Hickory dries slow, yep.
Shagbark hickory.
Yeah.
You can have a 6-inch round, leave the bark on, 2 years later, still not dry.
Well, white oak is like that too.
Like a furnace wood.
Yeah.
And yeah, my buddy and I figured that out real quick. It's like, even if it's just furnace wood and you don't need to split it, you know, for a furnace, split it anyway, that hickory.
Yeah, all wood you should split. It just gets rid of some of the moisture.
Some of this stuff is small enough I didn't even split it, just a few pieces.
Yeah, once you get down to like, you know, 4 or 5, maybe even 6 inches, you're okay. You could leave it, but still dries better if it's split.
And not knowing the moisture content till we did that moisture content, like this piece, this feels a little more wet.
Oh yeah, oh, it's a bigger piece. Yeah, these little ones here are dry. You can just tell, even if you look at the end of it, see how it's got that like rough look? That means it's dry. If it's smooth, you got more moisture usually.
Like this piece, checked on the end, but that thing's heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a black oak.
Well, the thing is though, is that
Black ash.
thing is though, ash, even when the ash is green from a living tree, it just does not have very much moisture in it. It's a very dry wood. That one wants to,
Yeah, log splitters there would have kept on going across the Woodyard.
that one wants to get split right now. It's ready. I think that's about it. I think we can get busy again now. We can get cutting again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut another tank, but I'm going to use Jeffrey's new 550 XP. I'm looking at possibly getting a smaller saw for doing limbing, and this would be a really nice one. It's a nice light little saw, and this is the pro version of the
Rancher 450, but there is nothing similar at all between these two, because this one has auto tune. It's got 0.4 horsepower more. The Rancher is rated at 3.6. This is rated at 4.0.
Yeah.
It turns 300 RPM more. That's what it's rated at, 300 RPM more at the peak horsepower.
And this cost how much?
With the 20-inch bar upgrade, 3 cans of Husqvarna fuel to go from a 2-year warranty to a 3-year, and the ATM debit card, it was like $718.
Yeah, this is a nice little saw. We'll find out if it cuts right now. Here we go. So I had to start the camera back up because I forgot to push record on that last tank I just cut. So now I got to do some cutting with it that you can see. I got a whole bunch cut, but I'm an idiot. But you knew that. a bigger saw.
It won't reach.
Can't get through it. So there, I ran the baby saw. It's nice and light. It's quick. For limbing, it'd be great, but for cutting in piles, not big enough balls. It's too small. A little short on one end too. Yeah, I like the 24-inch bar. Now I know I went to 24 because at 20 is just not enough sometimes.
Yep.
And I like to be able to reach a little farther. So, but it's nice, nice. It's a good saw to have, be a good backup saw. Good one for limbing especially. So anyway, you can have your saw. I'm not going to take it on you.
That's good. Because
Yeah.
I can find your Woodyard easy enough. I have enough clues to find it.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's it for today, folks. I'm gonna load up my toys and head down the road. And so anyway, you got to meet Jeffrey here at your
Homestead
channel?
Fabricator.
Homestead Fabricator.
And
So
how'd you like working out here today?
it's the best job I ever had. Who are you gonna say goodnight to?
Good night, Irene.
There you go, we're done.